Good morning. I am filming this during the day so you can see a bit of glare, but I wanted to focus on something that's happening at the minute that I need to sort out maintenance wise. So if you can look not at the fish but at the water, you can see there's a lot of debris floating about. There's a lot of stuff getting back into the tank that shouldn't be. So what I've noticed is, if I focus on just the sump, so that's the return from the tank. Now I've got a load of filter wool on the top there to catch the main dirt that goes in, the main waste and what have you. But underneath that is the sponge. So if I get a shot of this, underneath all the filter wool, which I haven't chucked out, I've just washed it once a week. So there's the sponge there at the bottom. There's 6 layers of sponge, and every month, couple of months, depending, I'd take the sponge out and I give it a good rinse in aquarium water. Just while I'm doing the normal water changes, I'll put them in a bucket and try and squeeze out all the dirt. But what I think is happening, since this has been going for over a year now, even manually washing the sponge, it's still really clogged up with I don't know, gunk, waste. So it's getting really difficult to filter the water in the way that it has been going. So you can see this first chamber is actually right up to the brim, because the water can't get through the sponge as easy as it used to. And the side effect of that is that the water doesn't get cleaned by passing through all the different stages of filter wool and sponge. It started to run straight over the top into the alpha grog, so it's skipping a lot of the filtration process, and then it just goes past the heated chamber and straight into the return pump. So there's a lot of debris and waste just going straight back into the tank via the pump. So what I've decided to do, instead of just cleaning it again, I've ordered some brand new sponge. So I've got 6 layers of sponge there to insert, and then I've got some filter wool which is still in there, this stuff. So I'm going to just change everything out in that first chamber, with the exception of the coral gravel, and see if that makes a difference. The only thing I'm hesitant about is that, will that affect the amount of bacteria that I've got to filter the ammonia and nitrite from the waste? So what I'll end up doing is, when I change everything in that first chamber, I'll do some water tests every day just to make sure that there's no spikes unexpectedly. Bethany. Hey Elvis. But yeah, I'll do a proper update once I've done that this weekend. That's a little ring of floating water lettuce, which I originally put in probably the last time I did an update. But what I discovered was that plant does not like heavy flow, and so if the surface of it gets wet, it dies off and melts. So I chucked that into the grow tank, and it started to recover and grow back. So I've tried to isolate it so it can't get blown around the tank, and I'm just waiting to see if it grows in to look like it did when I originally bought it. So that's another experiment going on too. But yeah, I'll do a proper update on some of the new additions to the tank once I've done that this weekend and the water looks a bit clearer. Right, so I took all the filter water out, and what's left is the sponge. So I haven't touched this yet, but if I was to remove it, I mean this was white when I put it in, this piece of sponge. It's now absolutely minging, and I probably cleaned this about 6 weeks ago, and it's just, let me get it out properly, it's just full of fish poop, absolutely minging, and I don't think any amount of cleaning is going to help that situation. I mean, I can squeeze out as much as I can, and that's what it looks like, but no, I'm just going to replace the whole thing. There's only 6 pieces in there, all the same. So yeah. So as you can see, after the disaster of the sump cracking, we've tried to repair it. We've got a sheet of cast acrylic that was custom cut. Just put silicone along the length of the full crack, which went from end to end. Zigzagged right across the middle of it, and then used the rest of it all around the edges. Try to seal it as best I can. So I'm going to do a bit of a test now. I'm going to put a couple of buckets of water in and see if it leaks or not. So fingers crossed.